welcome everybody to NAB Stadium here in Auchenflower as the Brisbane Capitals host the Logan Thunder in men's QBL Semifinal action. There's a spot in the grand final on the line. The winner of this game will host the Cairns Marlins, who had a huge win last night over the Townsville Heat. I'm joined by Dave Derwin. Dave, this is a cracking matchup. We've seen two huge games between these teams tonight, previously this season. Tonight should be no different. It's going to be a packed house. It's going to be a great game. Yeah,
well, I think it's in the good timing of the year, obviously, where everyone's watching the Olympics and all the excitement of finals there. You know, equally, it's if I can draw some parallels to the Serbian game this morning, you're two great teams. Again, it just comes down to which team's going to want it more, execute, and get the job done.
Yeah, both teams got to win over each other. Incidentally, on each other's home court, the first matchup saw Logan come in here in NAB Stadium and absolutely demolish Brisbane. And then a few weeks later, Brisbane went into Logan and absolutely destroyed Logan. What can we take out of those games to give us an idea of what's going to happen tonight, Dave?
Yeah, I think it means nothing really. I mean, if you wanted to be a bit provocative, you say Logan owes Brisbane one for the last beatdown in Logan. But equally, you know, they were in the game until a really ugly third quarter, which blew the game open. So I think they're two really evenly matched teams. They both like to shoot the three. They both like to get out and run. So I think, you know, probably for me, the key to tonight's game is if the starters can do their thing, it's how much impact will the Brisbane bench, who have been great, contribute to the win.
How much does the Logan bench have to do tonight? We've seen Sean Carroll come in and towards the tail end of the season provide them with a steady spark. We've seen Coach Rucker go to a three-guard lineup. Do you think he does that tonight to match up with the backcourt of the Brisbane Capitals?
Well, I think, you know, if we're talking about the depth, I think Brisbane is the overall deeper group because Ruck seems to pull it to sort of an 8-man roster at the moment, rotation-wise, and it'll just be interesting to see how they go. If they get in foul trouble, he's got to go to the bench. Whether he goes a bit bigger with the Baldwin combo as well, that'll be interesting as well because against Brisbane, you know, Dusty's kind of their biggest guy as far as decent minutes, and so generally they have four guards and a big.
Yeah.
So
tonight, how much do you think revenge has in store for either of these teams? Like we said, both teams have a win over each other. It's a rivalry to begin with. Then you talk about in the semifinals with hosting a grand final on the line. As a coach, how do you prepare the guys for the intensity of this matchup and this amazing crowd?
Yeah, I think you know they've both been planning for it all year, and I think the motivation is pretty simple. It's, you know, you want to be the championship winner, and the extra motivation is you win tonight, you get 2 games next weekend or 3 if you need to host Cairns. And that, I don't think Brisbane has held, as in a Brisbane team has held a final in about 10 years. So, you know, what a great opportunity to try as a motivator.
Yeah, it's been a long time since the grand final of the QBL has been hosted here in Southeast Queensland. It will be here in Southeast Queensland next weekend. This game will determine whether it's at Cornubia Sports Complex or here at NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. The teams are on the court, and we're going to get set for the tip. This one's going to be a great one. How about the atmosphere here at D-Love? Logan has traveled extremely well tonight.
Yeah, they were at Southwest last week, and great support from the Logan Thunder, and great crowd here, rivaling the LSU game with Ben Simmons.
And the tip is won by Brisbane. They'll have the first opportunity to get some points on the board. We see immediately right away Young is matched up inside with Reichardt. Young tips the ball out of bounds. So it's going to be Brisbane ball, 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Carter gets it out to Thompson. They work it around to Anderson. Anderson had a huge influence in the game that they won here, in Logan a few weeks ago. He has it now after the Jeffries missed 3. Simon Taylor getting the start tonight for Logan. That's an interesting lineup wriggle as Kurt Thompson puts the first points on the board.
Yeah, good patience early on from Brisbane, moving the ball, getting through their flex offense, and Jeffries with a good look.
And then a turnover there from Baker, a little miscommunication between Baker and Sapakis. What do you think of Simon Taylor getting the start? You now bring Tommy Amaro off the bench.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking with a couple of guys during the week around Tommy's role on the Thunder, and we think he's probably a lot more capable of providing a spark. And so, you know, possibly Ruck thinks that, you know, maybe Tommy comes in, gives me 12 off the bench.
And matches up a bit better with the bench unit of Brisbane. Coach Rucker obviously has seen Brisbane twice this year, so he has an idea of what to expect out of the Capitals. Jeffries was fouled, and he's at the line for 2 shots, and he hits the first.
And also, too, you know, maybe he's thinking that Simon Taylor is maybe a defensively a bit of a better matchup for Anderson.
4-0 the lead here early for the Caps. Couple of Jeffries free throws double it up. How about the Logan crowd trying to drown out the Brisbane crowd at the moment? Simon Taylor on the baseline, picks up his dribble, he's double teamed. Pass is nearly stolen. Baker, though, finds Sapakis underneath. He layup attempt no good, but he's fouled there by Dusty Reichart. So first foul for Brisbane, and it goes to the savvy vet, Dusty Reichart.
Yeah, I think Sapakis would probably be a bit dirty that he missed that one, and certainly a makeable shot. And good out of the breakdown. Logan found something, which was good patience from them.
First points of the night for Logan come from the free throw line and Daniel Sapakis.
And it'll be interesting to see, like the last game, John, where it was a real loose affair for 3 quarters, trading threes, and then Brisbane just blew them out of the water.
Yeah, both teams in both matchups shot nearly 43s apiece.
Yeah.
So it could definitely become a 3-point shooting contest.
Couple of light whistles early on.
Just setting the tone early. I don't mind it. You're gonna let they want to keep things in control early and set the tone. I'd rather they do that now than late and have more of an influence over the game.
Yeah.
Jeffries in the corner driving baseline. Anderson now, wing 3 is good. That rattles home. 7-2 the lead here. Brisbane, this game so far being played at their pace.
Yeah, good start certainly from Brisbane.
Now Baker has it over to Sapakis. Looking inside for Young, it's not there. Baker corrals the pass. Gets it over to Mick Cedar now. Cedar on the wing, he's gonna pull up for 3. It's up, it's good from Mick Cedar. The contested 3 is dropped.
Wow. I think they can get a better look than that, but they needed a bucket.
Carter gonna fire the corner 3, that's good as well. So as we said, it could be a 3-point shootout. Back-to-back threes for the Brisbane Capitals, give them a 10-5 lead. Cedar gets the screen from Young, skip to Baker in the corner. His 3-point attempt is short. Young nearly comes down with it. Dusty Reichart does. He hands off for Kurt Thompson, and Thompson going to slow things down a bit. Now Carter puts it on the deck, goes right at the defense. There's a foul on the play. Looks like they're going to give that one to Justin Baker. So Zach Carter is going to go to the line for 2 shots. Big shout out to Dan George. Going to step in the commentary at some point tonight. We'll get his opinion on the action. 7:21 to go in the first quarter. It's a 10-5 lead here for the Logan Thunder. Carter going to step to the line, shooting 69% from the free throw line thus far this season. First one rattles in. Dave, you've had a bit to do with Zach over the years. He's a pretty talented guy. He played for the Gold Coast Blaze for a little while.
Yeah, I think he, you know, we've talked about, again, his ability to be a solid player in this QBL. And again, I think, you know, he's certainly capable of giving you 15 and 10 if he's committed to the boards every night, especially as he's playing more 4 now.
How about Young getting in the paint and flipping it in? I like that out of Mitch Young. We've been talking about it all season, taking his defender off the dribble. He proved it right there.
Yeah, and again, sometimes that's where Brisbane can get a little bit caught napping, and a great take from Mitch Young, because obviously you want to get him as many touches as you can.
Carter 3 again is good off the no-look pass from Ryan Jeffries. 15-7 the lead now for the Caps. Here comes a bit of a shuffle action here from Logan. It's a good matchup. Baker high-low action for Young. The ball stripped by Jeffries, out of bounds. So Logan will maintain possession. Thunder were looking for the call. But good hands there by the captain, Ryan Jeffries.
Yeah, and I like that because, again, good patient offense from Logan.
Entry pass for Young. He'll hand off for Cedar. Cedar picks up his dribble. Now Sapakis has it. Guarded closely by Kurt Thompson. He's got to put a deep three up. It's no good off the back of the rim. It's tipped around, and Rykart comes down with it. It was a decent look, but just shot clock not in their favor.
Yeah, and again, I think he looked up and he saw, well, Carter's on fire.
3 threes here for Zach Carter. The lead's 11 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I talked about Serbia, Australia. I think we might see deja vu.
Sapakis now to Cedar in the corner. Three-point attempt is off. Tipped around the rebound. Sapakis comes up with it. Looking inside now for Young on the block. Good pass inside for Baker. That's a great look there by Mitch Young. Cuts the lead to 9.
Yeah, got to do a better job down this other end here. Carter's 3 of 3.
And Carter comes in shooting about 27% from 3 as another 3 falls for the Capitals.
Yeah, they got to make the adjustment here, Johnny. They've got to make these guys drivers at all costs. I mean, now they're all feeling good about themselves.
Good take there by Sapakis. He can't get it to fall, but he's going to go to the line for a couple more shots in just a second here. Coach Rucker going to the bench. Tommy Amar is going to check in. Simon Taylor is going to get a breather, and Drew Phillips going to check in for the Capitals, the Brisbane super sub.
Yeah, interesting. Coach Ruck's going to let his boys play here. You know, I don't know. I think five reasonably open threes. You got to have a talk about the defense, right?
I think so. I mean, especially because you know what you're going to get out of the Capitals.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, nothing against Zach Carter, but when you're shooting 27% on the season, you're probably giving him a couple of those at least. But when he hits the first 2, you got to step out of it.
Yeah.
Pockets goes 1 of 2, so it's a 21-10 lead here for the Capitals.
Yeah, now Brisbane feels real good about themselves.
Phillips comes out firing. That one's good as well. They're making a living beyond the arc here are the Capitals.
Yeah, well, they put up 24 in the first 5 minutes, which is not a good sign for Logan.
Now Sapakis gets the screen from Young, driving baseline. Foul called. If it's on Rykart, that's going to be his second one with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. It is against Dusty Rykart, so that's his second personal. And Kopska's going to check in for Dusty Rykart.
Well, they're going to go real small. So now, how's Logan going to counter?
Oh, Rykart's going to stay, and it's Jeffries who comes out. Coach Tarrant going to let it ride here with the veteran Rykart.
Well, you just got to go at him, right?
They step off Sapakis. He fires for 3, and he gets that one to fall. Looks like they're going to play off Sapakis. He's got to be aggressive tonight.
Yeah. And again, you got to go at Dusty.
Rykart rattles one home. That's a 2-pointer, though. Wonder if Coach Tarrant's going to get up him for stepping inside the arc.
Well, I think we got a timeout, Johnny, so
we'll take a timeout as well. 4:25 to go here in the first quarter. Brisbane doubling up on Logan here early on your QBL men's quarter semifinal, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Welcome back here to NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. It's a 26-13 lead here for Brisbane, and they're doing tons of damage from deep, Dave. What is it Logan need to do to slow them down?
Well, you know, it's not anything new, right? We know they run their flex. We know they shoot threes. Logan's just got to change, just got to defend. It's plain and simple.
Young steps out. The jumper is short. Tommy Malloy comes down with a big rebound for the Capitals.
I mean, they come out shooting 6 or 7 from downtown.
Zach Carter, step back jumper is up. That's off. That's a bit of a heat check there from Zach. Kopskas, though, comes up with it.
You know, just those silly, sloppy turnovers. You can't have that in finals where Kopskas makes a simple steal.
Anderson floater is short. They're going to call a foul here. Going to give that one to Daniel Sapakis. That's the 4th team foul for Logan. Carter checks out. Alex Barker checks in. Ilwa Baldwin will check in for the Logan Thunder. Here's that big lineup that Coach Rucker has gone to. The front line of Baker, Young, and Baldwin.
Yeah, often they go to a zone here too, Johnny, for a little while. So we'll see if they continue to do that. And you know, it doesn't matter if they're playing the man or their zone. They just simply have to defend better. They've got to force these guys off the 3-point line, make them do something else.
Anderson hits them both. 28-13 the lead now.
Because of how Brisbane plays, they are likely also to turn the ball over. And again, they need to push Brisbane out of what they're trying to achieve. Good D here from Big Tommy.
Phillips gets his hand on the ball. Cedar has it now with 7 on the shot clock. He's double teamed. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So that's a turnover there for Logan. Things not going too well here to start the game for the Thunder. It's all Brisbane here in the opening 6.5 minutes. Feels like we've been playing all night, 28-13. We still got 3:40 to go, and it's only the first quarter. I like what Coach Tarrant's doing here, though, also getting his starters a bit of rest. You know, it's still quite early to go, but every second counts.
Especially, I mean, this is invaluable when you get everyone in the game early, and then they don't have to worry about how they're feeling and when I get back in, what am I going to do? They all feel great.
Cedar skips it to Tommy Amar. He's going to fire a wing three.
Good looking
that
transition.
rattles home.
Great looking transition.
And there's that push from Amar coming off the bench that we talked about.
Yeah, and he needs to be more aggressive.
Phillips going to fire his own wing three. That rattles home. Second one of the night for Drew Phillips. 31-16 the lead for the Caps here. Cedar kicks it. Good pass by Young. Kicks it out now to Cedar. Gets his feet in the paint. Now Baker has it. Going to pull up for a short jump shot that's off. Good rebound by Phillips. He nearly loses it. Saves it out of bounds off of Mitch Young.
Yeah, good energy by Logan, though. Again, you know, bit like the Boomers today. You're not going to win the game in 3 minutes, right? So you've just got to slowly get some goals and start chipping away. And again, you're down 15. If you're Coach Ruck, you need to get stops. You need to hold them to a 16-point quarter. They need to be more physical, more scrappy. You know, take Brisbane out of their stuff.
Yeah, and here's that Brisbane bench unit that's done a fantastic job for them all season long. Barker has it at the elbow, puts it on the deck, kicks it out. Kopskas now looking to be aggressive. Great pass inside. Barker finishes strong with the left hand. How about that from Alex Barker and Kopskas?
Yeah, great action. Again, the defense has got to get out and guard.
And then great defense there. Kopskas comes over with the help, forcing the Baldwin turnover.
Yeah,
you got to, like, if you're a coach, you just love this bench unit. That's why Coach Tarrant's ridden them all year. They just bring just awesome energy.
Absolutely, and again, all of them, well, at least 3 of them will shoot it at will, a la that.
Phillips has the green light. He can't get that one to fall.
And then you got good role players in Tommy Malloy.
Cedar, teardrop is off. Baldwin, great offensive rebound. Can't get the putback. Young comes down with it. They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, Barker on the push.
Yeah, it's got to be on Barker. He's got the tough assignment trying to box out Mitch Young. It's never easy, especially if you're giving up a few inches.
Yeah, and that's what this, we talked about in the pregame a little bit. Rebounding wise, Logan's got to be good here, and they've got to pick up as many cheap offensive rebounds as they can.
It's a 17-point lead here for Brisbane. They've come out and absolutely owned Logan. Cedar jump shot is wet. 33-18 the lead now. Jake Davis inside pass for Malloy. He's got great position. Kicks it out. Kopska's going to fire the three. That's good. 36-18. I got to find the stats here. I think I could count on one hand the amount of shots Brisbane has missed in the quarter.
Yeah, they've certainly been hot.
Carroll has it on the wing, and then Kopska's going to get called for a tight foul. That's going to be the 15th foul on Brisbane, so Carroll's going to go to the line for a couple of shots.
Well, I'm just waiting for the refresh on live stats, but I think they're 8 of 10 from downtown, which is handy.
That's a decent clip.
It's a handy start.
That'll do well for you. Got to give a shout out to the Brisbane Bullet Boys here tonight, coming to support their teammate Mitch Young. I think Logan at this point in time would love to see a few more of the Bullets on the court for them.
Yeah.
Carroll hits the second. I don't know what they're calling here. An elbow to Ilua Baldwin. That's the 15th foul on Logan, so Brisbane will now go shoot a few free throws. The elbow is on Tom Malloy. So Malloy's going to go to the free throw line. Tommy Malloy is only a 35% free throw shooter. The way Brisbane's shooting tonight, he'll swish nothing but net. Thought I was right there for a second.
Yeah.
First one's off. 36-19 the score. You got a minute 25 to go in the first quarter here.
Well, this is an interesting first quarter for sure. Coach Ruck thinks it's deja vu with Gladstone last year, right? And then Gladstone fought back in the game, but couldn't get it done.
Malloy rattles home the second, so 1 of 2. That's considered successful for Tommy, so he did his job there. 18 points the lead. Let's see if Logan can respond here to end the quarter. Cedar, wing 3 is up. That's off. Kopskis with the rebound. Picks up his dribble, kicks it cross court for Phillips. He's going to walk into a wide open 3. It's good, and he's fouled. 40-point first quarter for the Brisbane Capitals. They're up 21 here with a minute to go. They pretty much matched the Boomers' first half score. Three-quarter time score, I should say.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you, in your wildest dreams, you would have said that the Caps may have been up by double digits, but not this many, Dave.
No.
Phillips misses, but Malloy comes up with the offensive rebound.
That's going to hurt. Ooh.
I stuffed the clock up. There's under a minute to go here. Please ignore the clock. Kopskis driving, hands off for Malloy. He finishes, and the foul. What a finish there off a great look by Kopskis. Finishes through the contact, and Tommy Malloy going to go to the line for a three-point play. I mean, it's way too early to call this game over, but gee, I mean, Brisbane is close to running Logan out of this building here.
Yeah, and I'm not liking the Logan body language either.
Malloy can't finish. Baker comes down with the rebound. Logan really needs to get something here. They need a bucket and a stop to end this first quarter. Who's going to step up for the Logan Thunder? Baker had his pocket picked, but they're going to say Phillips got him on the arm, so Justin Baker is going to go to the line for a couple free throws here. If you are Coach Rucker, do you just wipe the quarter out of your mind? What do you need to do? Is it too early to start picking up full court, Dave?
Yeah, well, you need to obviously scrap it up and make some adjustments. I mean, the biggest thing is a bit like the Boomers today, right, with the belief stuff. Once your belief is toast, it's over. And again, the Boomers came back and had a little bit of a third quarter attempt, and then it was over. And equally, I'm not liking the body language from Logan here, where someone's going to come up and step up to the challenge. You know, they need to just go simple again, go through their structures. They need to get stops. They need to be better in D-trans. They need to create more turnovers like that.
One turnover there, but Sapakis turns it over on the other end, trying to lead the big fella, Mitch Young.
This is a bad pass.
It's a bad decision.
It's a real bad decision.
Yep. It's a turnover for Logan. They couldn't capitalize on the Capitals' turnover. Now Brisbane can hold. There's about a 4-second differential between shot and game clock here. Kopskis aggressive pass out to Davis. Good ball movement here. Barker firing a three that's off. Baldwin with the rebound. He'll hand over to Sapakis. 10 seconds now in the quarter. What does Logan do here? Sapakis looking for the Baldwin screen, working against Malloy, drives baseline, throws up the floater, that's no good. Baldwin offensive rebound, but the clock runs out on the first quarter, and heading into the quarter time break, Brisbane has doubled up Logan, 42-21, an unbelievable quarter for the Capitals here, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of speechless, right? No one's expecting a 21-point lead after 10 minutes.
Yep,
so Brisbane, certainly a great start.
It was a great start. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some quarter time stats and second quarter action here on the QBL Men's Semifinal, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Huddle even allows athletes to create highlights to help them get noticed. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Welcome back to NAB Stadium here in Auchenflower as the Brisbane Capitals all over the Logan Thunder, 42-21. Let's take a look at those first quarter stats, Dave. The Brisbane Capitals on fire.
Yeah, I mean, you're really going to struggle when they shoot 68% from the field, 69% from three, 1 turnover, 11 assists on 13 buckets. I think, like we said about a month ago when we gave Brisbane a 10 out of or a 9.5, well, they get a 10 out of 10 for the first quarter, and they've just simply blown Logan away. And it'll be really interesting to see what Logan's response is. And again, they've just got to be pragmatic about it and chip away. If they can get it back to 10 at the half or around there, they start feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, Zach Carter had 11. Drew Phillips had 9. You look at Logan's numbers, they didn't really turn the ball. They had 5 turnovers, so I should say they did turn it over a bit. Only 6 of 15 from the field and 3 of 7 from 3 for Logan. So they don't want to become over-reliant on the three-point shot. There's just so much game left here, so they're not going to win it all in one go.
No, and that's what I mean. They need a 16-point defensive quarter or so. And they can achieve that, right? And just like all good shooting teams, they can get cold too.
Cedar has it. They're going to shade towards him. Passes off the backboard. Winds up with Carroll. 7 on the shot clock. Baldwin flips it in for Sapakis. And that's a turnover there for Logan. Probably not the start to the quarter you want for the Thunder.
Yeah, not a bad idea from Baldwin. I think I think Tommy Amar needs to get some more minutes here. They need some points. And they need another threat.
And a defender, I mean, at the moment, it's not the offensive end. They did score 21 in the quarter, which is, it's a little bit below their average, but they need to get stops.
Yeah. And again, they got better do something about the, defending the 3-point line in particular. And it's in particular this flex action that's really, really hurting them.
Carter nearly turns it over. Carroll got his hands on it. Tips it out of bounds on the sideline. Got to say again, it's a great crowd here in Auchenflower. Logan, the Thunder fans have done a great job traveling up the motorway. They did a great job last weekend at Southwest as well, so credit to them. Carter fires a 3, and that one falls as well. Zach Carter, it's a renaissance tonight for Zach.
He just gave a little green arrow action too. He thinks he's
on absolute fire here. Great defense here also from the Capitals. Shading towards Cedar. Look inside. Sapakis winds up with it. His flip up is no good. Tipped around. Carroll winds up with it out to Cedar. Cedar leaves his feet. Blocked by Dusty Reichart. Nice block there by Dusty. Cedar was looking for the contact. Now Reichart baseline jump shot rattles home. Dave, this game is getting close to being finished here in the first half.
Yeah, that's just too easy from Baldwin.
Sapakis trying to get it going here. He forces it. Thompson comes up with the turnover. Ahead to Anderson. His shot blocked by Cedar, but they're going to call a goaltend as it came off the backboard. Great defense there by Thompson. leading to the Anderson run out, and it's 49-21. And Coach Rucker has to take a timeout, Dave. Great timeout there by Rucker.
Yeah, the turnover twins at the front there, Anderson and Thompson, are all over it. And again, as Sepakis went into the blue wall, I don't know what he was thinking, but I'll give him a tip. There's 4 blue jerseys in that lane every time. He's got to come to a jump stop, move the ball, someone's open. It's pretty simple, I think.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Rucker, what are you talking about in this timeout here? You know, it's just the start of the quarter. You're only a minute 30 in. You're down 28 now.
Yeah, again, it's just, I think, you know, it could be a really broken record before we call the game, but they've just got to chip away. And again, a couple good looks early on in that first minute. Defensively, they've just got to get back and play a better job. And D-Trans is killing them too, just lazy.
It's a 7-0 run to start the second quarter here for the Capitals. 8:33 to go in the half. And, I mean, you would think this is a halftime score. We're pseudo heading that way. If either team, you know, Brisbane doing a good job defensively, though. Let's also give them credit because they're just packing it in, and Logan not recognizing that, trying to force their way into the paint, and the threes aren't falling for them yet.
Yeah, Logan's got to do a better job of spacing the ball as well. And again, you've got to understand, you know, you've got to know how the team's going to defend you, and that's what Brisbane's going to bring. I really focus on that pack D. So you need to be one dribble, jump stop, kick, and that's how you get the ball rotation.
See
the open man.
Let's see. Here is that ball movement. They get,
and then
Brisbane.
Youngie's got a seal here.
They got Brisbane moving. They just can't capitalize on the three. Anderson kicks ahead for a leaking Rycard, who lays it up and in. And again, that defensive transition not there for Logan. They're down 30.
Well, for about 15 seconds of that set, they were good. And again, Mitch Young's got to open up and be a threat.
There's Mitch putting the ball on the floor, hooking the shot in.
Well, they went to a bit of a horns action then, so you know maybe that's the offense that they're going to try and get their bigs out a little bit and create a bit more space. Good hands from Taylor.
Yeah, great hands there from Taylor. They really need to come down with that, though. They've gotten their hands on the ball a few times defensively.
Yeah.
Just can't really corral that last bit here.
Yeah, you know, Logan's got to get a bit chippy, I think, and just really, you know, just upset Brisbane here a little bit. Try and get them out of their rhythm.
Jeffries has to put it up. It falls. It is Brisbane's night here, beating the shot clock, the captain, Ryan Jeffries. Lamar skip pass for Taylor. His three-point attempt hits the backboard. That's no good. It's tipped around. Carter comes down with it. Now over to Anderson. Anderson, great hesitation dribble, and he's fouled there by Tommy Amar. 54-23, Dave. I just don't know what to say. I'm in absolute shock here. The Logan faithful have been taken out of this game. It started out a bit rowdy, and then it's quieted down with 7 minutes still to go in the first half.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, we talked about it on the podcast during the week. I think we both tipped Logan, who've been playing really well of late, and
Anderson can't get it to fall.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say. You know, again, it was nothing against Brisbane. As Taylor tries to flip it up, he's fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple of shots. I definitely tipped Logan. I tipped them earlier in the season, but you know, again, a lot of people have been sleeping on the Capitals all season long. They only lost 3 games coming into tonight. One of them was that last game in the final round of the regular season to Toowoomba. And this is a team that's been in the grand final. They were a whisker away from winning it all last year.
Yep.
They want to get back to that spot, and they're in a great position to do so, up 54-23 with under 7 to go in the first half here.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, if I'm being honest, to see how Logan gets out of this.
Substitution on the floor. So Phillips going to check in for Dusty Rycart.
I'm not saying impossible.
It is.
But I just don't see Logan making any great defensive adjustments right now. Whether they go to a half-court trap, you know, whether they junk it up into the full court or a press, they got to do something.
Carter, heat check. It's off. Cedar with the strong defensive rebound. He's going to push up court. Cedar kicks it over. Amar's going to fire for 3. That's a great look. Let's see if that could get Logan going. And then Coach Tarrant decides to take a timeout. Not happy with what he sees out of his team.
Yeah, good. That's a good timeout. That's a real good timeout. I like that.
Yeah, we'll take a timeout as well. It's 54-27. Brisbane leads Logan here on the men's semifinal action presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.
Hi, my name is Jade and I play basketball for Queensland.
Well, some of the great things about the Aussie Hoops program would be the younger kids, developing their skills at lower ages.
The thing I love about playing basketball would be working as a team. I also love the energy and the atmosphere basketball has.
Favourite training session of the week would be my club training. It's more involved than just individual sessions.
If a kid approached me about playing basketball for the first time, I would definitely tell them about how much fun it is. Basketball's a game for everyone and it's also an all year round sport.
It doesn't matter what shape or size you are, give basketball a go.
Back with you here in NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. 54-27 the lead for the Brisbane Capitals over the Logan Thunder.
Yeah, good timeout from Tarrant, and I think Johnny too. Again, a couple of transition buckets from Logan, which has sort of got them looking a bit better.
Anderson fouled on his way to the bucket.
That's just really bad D. Like Anderson's a tough cover. There is no help.
Nothing.
There is no split line. What do you expect? 54 points.
It's a great strategy by Brisbane at the moment. They recognizing Logan's in man. They're not getting the help defense. Let's spread them out, and I just give it to Anderson every time and let him attack.
Yeah. I think, again, they got to change it up. What are they going to do? Switch everything in the flex? See what Brisbane's counters are?
At the moment, Brisbane is doing whatever they want to do, and Logan has no answer. Coach Rucker, let's see if he can pull something out of his bag of tricks here. Anderson goes 1 of 2, 55-27 the lead now. I want to see what they can get going here on the offensive end. I'd like to see, again, Young a few more touches because Brisbane's playing the three-point line beautifully. Cedar's pass, though, goes flying out of bounds. Another turnover for Logan. Kopsikas and Tommy Malloy going to check in for Zach Carter and Aaron Anderson.
Yeah, it's the 7th turnover of the game for Logan. And that's just not helping them at the moment.
You got to take care of the pill. You can't chip into the lead if you don't have the ball. Jeffries floater off. It's tipped around. Taylor loses it out of bounds.
I mean, they're just going one-on-one and just quite simply kicking their ass.
Yeah.
Like, anyone is lining up and walking past their Logan defender.
Kopskas has it now. He goes at the defense. Neely shuffles the feet. Now Thompson has it. He'll throw up the teardrop. That rattles home. It's back up to 30 now for Brisbane. Logan just has not been able to get stops here. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at this performance thus far from Logan.
Yeah.
Cedar leaves his feet, kicks it to Baker. Good ball movement here. Taylor's going to fire the three. That rolls in and out. Amar tips it around. Thompson, though, comes up with it for the Capitals. It's a 3-on-2 for Brisbane. Jeffries has it. He's going to fire a three. It's up. It's short. Fighting for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tommy Malloy. Both teams going to the bench. Sapakis going to check in for Logan, and Jake Davis checking in for the Capitals. Just want to give a shout out to everyone who voted in the Nothing But Net Media End of Season Awards. We produced the podcast. We named all the winners as voted on by the players and coaches in the QBL competition. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, visit our website to find out who was the MVP. I'll give you a hint. He's on the court right now. Another turnover there from the Logan Thunder. Cedars pass a little too high for Tommy Amar.
Yeah, and obviously Mick is trying to maybe force it a little bit. I think he's, very frustrated at the moment. So again, I just think simplify it. Run Sapakis at the one, run some stuff to get Mick going, get him back feeling a bit happier and engaged in the game offensively because they certainly need him
Phillips step back, banks it home. I don't know if Drew Duncan there called it, but we'll give it to him.
Sure.
59-27. Brisbane, Kopska's going to get called for the foul. It's pretty good defense there.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't mind the foul. I mean, you know, that's what Logan should be doing. Up and in and being a painful right now.
yeah,
Again, I'd like to see Logan get a bit more chippier.
Good ball movement here. Cedar makes it rain from three.
They need to do something. Put someone on their backside, make it ugly, get a scrap, change the flow of the game.
Phillips flips it up. There's a stop there. Logan now with Cedar. He's going to step into another three. That's a bit strong. Amar with the tip. It's out. Young can't get his fall to fall. And Amar tips it out to McCedar. Now back to
There
Tommy.
you go.
Amar
Tommy
in
on the
corner.
wing is Cash. No.
And then Baker going to get called for the foul going over the back of Anthony Kopsikas. Great block out there from the bench member of Brisbane. Now Thompson getting a set to check in for Tommy Amar. Just going to see if they could get some energy. Derek Rucker going to the bench, looking for someone to step up and bring the energy that he's after.
I mean, you know, I think that was a good look from Tommy. Did crash the boards. Again, I think he's one of the key guys who's going to get him back in the game. I'm not sure. You need a bit more than hustle, right?
Good
Great
block
job.
there by Mitch Young. Now Sapakis has it. He loses the ball. It's up ahead to Kopskas, who lays it up and in. 61-30. It is all Brisbane here. If I'm Coach Rock, I'm trying to get a tee or do something here to switch it up.
Absolutely.
I would have been up and at the referees there.
Especially, I mean, you know, you got Jake Davis on Cedar. You got the young little pup against the seasoned vet.
There's Cedar. He's double teamed. Now Sapakis.
There you
Open
go.
three. It's up. It's good from three.
Look good. Good patience from Logan. Better ball movement. Cedar finding the open man and Sapakis with the bucket.
Phillips going right at Thompson. He flips up a wild one. Barker comes down with it. Davis going to fire the open three. It's too strong. Young chases it down. So Logan's starting to get a few stops here.
Well,
the shot.
Baker and Young have got to do a better.
Then a turnover on the other end. Baker and Cedar, miscommunication there.
Well, Baker and Young have got to do a better job down the other end too, Johnny. Rebounding the ball. Can't give up offensive rebounds. In this game, you're down 30. You know.
And there's Phillips with the crossover and finish. What a finish there from Drew Phillips. 63-33.
There you go. Look in the middle.
Hey, Tommy Malloy doing a great job on Young. Look inside for Thompson, out to Young. Good ball movement here. Sapakis finds Cedar. A lot of contact inside. Baker wide open. He's fouled hard by Alex Barker. Don't know if it's going to be free throws or not here. It's only the second team foul. The bench getting in the ear of the referees.
I don't know what the bench is getting hot about.
Well, they're looking to get fired up. They're trying to bring some energy. Tommy Malloy going to check out. Great minutes there from Tom Malloy.
Well, unfortunately for Logan, that brings the green arrow back in. Carter, who's 4 or 5 from downtown and leading all scorers at the moment.
14 points for Zach Carter here. Couldn't come at a better time. 2:24 to go in the first half here. I think if you're Logan, you just got to get to halftime and say your prayers.
Yeah, again, I mean, if you have a look at the quick boards, the scoreboard for a second. Mitch Young, 2 points, 2 shots.
And that's him creating for himself. I mean, listen, Brisbane is double teaming him every time he catches.
Yeah, and that's okay, though. That's how he can quickly get that quick repost. Or, again, I think he needs to be a bit deeper.
Carter gonna fire for 3. That's off.
Well, and a better hand from Young then. There he is. Great seal. Give him the ball.
Just a terrible pass
wow.
there, though, from Baker. He's trying to lead Young to the basket. I understand that, but That's just way, he just leading it, led him way too far ahead.
That's just a really silly error.
Yeah, Baker turns the ball over. Anderson finishes and the foul. Great job there by Aaron Anderson, attacking Daniel Sapakis and finishing through the contact. See if we'll take a look at the replay there. Anderson takes the pass, looks at Sapakis, gives him the fake. There's the foul and the finish from Aaron Anderson. It's a great job there, and he finishes the three-point play. 66-35 the lead here for Brisbane. Sapakis now over to Baker. Good touch inside. Young kicks it right out. Thompson, good pump fake. They leave him wide open. He can't finish. Anderson with the rebound.
Again, good patient offense from Logan. Get a good look.
Barker puts it on the deck. Nearly travels. Davis now finds Carter. Over to Anderson. Wing three is up. It's a bit strong. Hits the top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. Coach Rucker going to go to the bench. Baldwin going to check back in for Mitch Young.
Do we say this quarter's a success, Johnny? They've only held them to 24.
Well, they haven't. They've only scored 14 themselves, so definitely not a success. I think Logan would love to wipe the memory of this first half here out of their minds. Great defense there by Barker. Sapakis, though, a little over-aggressive there by Alex Barker. That's the fourth team foul. Good turn of the corner there by Sapakis. You don't mind the foul from Barker?
No. I thought it was a foul about 6 seconds before he blew the whistle, but, you know.
Got to give Barker a bit of love. He
yeah,
comes in with, he's just great energy, isn't he?
He was trying to move his feet, for sure.
Sapakis now over to Cedar. Cedar trying to get off track. Good double there. Hands off. Thompson going to fire a deep on that short. Barker comes up with the rebound. If you're Brisbane, you're letting Thompson shoot that all day.
Sure. And I don't know if that's the...
Anderson gets it over to Carter. Can't finish the three.
So Baldwin's got to work hard here. Big seal on Drew Phillips. Give him the ball.
Sapakis leaves his feet. A lot of contact. Ball goes out of bounds. Logan wanted the foul. Thompson going to check in for Barker. Great minutes again and energy from the bench unit here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just simple. Baldwin had Phillips on his back. He's just got to work a little bit harder. And he's under the bucket, it's lights out. But instead, they go for the running 1 foot floater over 2 guys.
Yep. Yeah, I think, that's been one of the issues for Logan throughout the course of the season. Last week against Southwest, we saw them really force-feeding it into the paint. Tonight, at the moment, they're just trying to get someone going here. They can't play hero ball.
Good execution out of the out of bounds. Finding Baldwin, which is a bit more like it.
(66-37) the lead. Anderson, good hesitation, leaves his feet. He's stripped out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds off of.
That was a worse foul than the last one they just called.
They were trying to get Carroll in, they couldn't. 66-37 the lead here for Brisbane over Logan. Sapakis, a lot of dribble, works it over now to Baker. He's going to fire a wing three. That's good. They need Justin Baker to step up. That's a big bucket there for Logan.
Yeah, much better the last few minutes from Logan. At least they're a little bit more engaged now.
Brisbane going to hold for the final shot of the half. Anderson has it, working against Baldwin, kicks it out. Davis going to fire for three. It's up, it's good. Jake Davis beats the buzzer. That's a deflation for the Logan Thunder. They put together a few good minutes there, but Jake Davis tears their heart out with the buzzer-beating three.
That hurts. Logan really had a nice few minutes there, and the three was just a dagger.
We'll take a look at the three-pointer. Anderson doing a great job off the screen, gets his feet in the paint, they collapse. Davis steps into it confidently and makes it rain from three. Good job there by the young fella to send his team into the half up 29, 69, 40. Guys, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the first half statistics and the second half action here in NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. Brisbane up huge over Logan.
Hi, my name is Jade and I play basketball for Queensland.
Well, some of the great things about the Aussie Hoops program would be the younger kids, developing their skills at lower ages.
The thing I love about playing basketball would be working as a team. I also love the energy and the atmosphere basketball has.
Favourite training session of the week would be my club training. It's more involved than just individual sessions.
If a kid approached me about playing basketball for the first time, I would definitely tell them about how much fun it is. Basketball's a game for everyone and it's also an all year round sport.
It doesn't matter what shape or size you are, give basketball a go.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Huddle even allows athletes to create highlights to help them get noticed. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Welcome back here to Nothing But Net Media. We've got the South semi-final. We've pulled in guest commentator Dan Thunder George here, former Capital star. Thunder, what's going on?
What is going on? That is the best question, probably the only question you could have asked tonight, because I don't think anyone on the Logan bench or in the Logan crowd has the answer to it. What is going on? It's a complete domination from the Brisbane Capitals. It's been 14 years since they won the title, hosting Cairns here at Auchenflower in 2002, and it looks like 2016 they're going to be hosting Cairns at Auchenflower, and if they play like they're playing now, you may as well just give them the trophy. But
are they done? I mean, can Logan come back? And if so, how?
Well, there was about 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and they're down 30. And we said, just get it back. Or they were down 25 or so. We said, just get it back to 15 or 16. And then at three-quarter time, get it back to 11 or 12 and you're a chance. But going down 29 and a half, I think the scoreline is one thing, but it's the style of play. I just haven't seen any adjustment at all from Logan, other than just subbing in a few players that otherwise might not have seen any action. So if they're not going to make adjustments, Brisbane's been on fire. Give them all the credit. Defensively, they've been awesome. Offensively, they've been unstoppable. So they deserve every bit of credit, as much as Logan deserves to be criticised. But
40 held Logan to 40 points. They got a couple of stats for you might like. 16 assists on 24 made shots, Brisbane. Nice.
Yeah.
Rebounding, just a shade under on the rebounding though. Couple of key stats also. Mitch Young, 2 of 4. Justin Baker, 2 of 4. Logan has no chance if that continues.
What's Brisbane's turnovers? They're playing up-tempo.
Two turnovers.
They're playing up-tempo basketball, getting plenty of shots up, and they've got 2 turnovers compared to Logan's 12.
12, yeah.
I mean, that says it all right there. And I mean, Brisbane, we all know the style that they play, and they're executing it to perfection.
Yeah.
I've been critical of their style in the past, but give Jeff Tarrant all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
He's winning the whiteboard tonight, no question about it. And the way he's prepared them, obviously, is looking like a team that are sick and tired of being runners up, and they're ready to go get a chip. Give them credit. But from Logan's point of view, we know that Brisbane are going to pack it in and double the post, so you can't let Mitch Young walk into the low block, throw it into him and expect him to operate, because he's seeing double and triple teams.
Yeah.
So let's make an adjustment. Start him on the wing, run him off a couple of picks, and let him catch it on the move. You've got to do something to create shots, because if Mitch Young is 2 or 4 in a half, you're going to be losing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what adjustments they come out with here. But
yeah, they had some success when they sort of had a bit of a horn set, and they run their guards off, whether it's Cedar or Tommy, and they seem to get some better looks. But again, like I said to Johnny earlier, they're just weak seals too. You've got to get hit deep seal.
And I even question the desire of their team at the moment. I mean, at one point they had Baker, who's a solid, he was playing the 3 at the time. He's obviously a big body for a 3 in this league. They had Mitch Young at the 4, Illa Baldwin at the 5, and they gave up an offensive rebound off a free throw. Brisbane kicked it out, ran an offense, shot it. They gave up another offensive rebound. I just don't know how you can do that in a final on the road when you got Baker, Young, and Baldwin in the front court, and you're giving up 3 offensive rebounds in one possession. I just don't understand.
Whereas the Brisbane bench looks like they want to rip their hearts out.
Absolutely. So that's the difference to me.
Alrighty, well thanks Thunder for your commentary, and we'll probably catch you next week, no doubt. I'm going to say we're going to be in Brisbane. We are going to be in Brisbane, and Cairns better bring their A game, or else it's going to be a championship coming back to Auchenflower. Yeah, well, we look forward to getting you on the call. We should have all 3 of us on next week, and that'll be a good weekend in Brisbane. Well, 3 is always more fun. We all know that. So hopefully I'm involved in it. All right. See you then. Thanks, mate. So Brisbane missing a simple one early on to start the quarter. Welcome back, Johnny. Yeah, that's a great half. Thanks again to Dan George for sitting in with us at halftime. Great analysis, guys. Another turnover there for Logan, though. Anderson going right at Cedar, loses the ball out of bounds. Good defense there by Mick Cedar. Am I off, or was that a really bad seal from Mitch Young? Yeah, they seem to just be taking, the first time I see some hands from a guy in a white jersey, they give it to him. Good look inside. Baker finishes and the foul. Logan needs that one. If they're going to mount the comeback, it's got to be right here, right now, Dave. Yeah, and like we said, they just seem to be throwing anything around anywhere, right? Brisbane are all over the court with their enthusiasm, right? Fake a pass.
I remember when we coached together, you always say fake a pass to make a pass, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because Brisbane, Jeff has his boys running around the perimeter, using all the energy because he knows he goes 10 deep, right? But again, just a little bit of patience, I think, is going to hurt him for another turnover.
And there is another turnover. So Brisbane starting the half a little sloppy. Logan applying a bit more pressure here. They're down 26. Let's see if Logan can mount this comeback here. Sapakis nearly has it stolen. Taylor puts it on the deck, kicks it back out. Sapakis going to fire a three. That's an air ball.
Wow.
69-43. Thompson has it stripped out of bounds off the Logan Thunder. So we'll stay with the Capitals here with 19 seconds to go on the shot clock. Jeffries has it now. Whoa, that's deep. There's a lot of time left on the clock, too. Cedar now has it for Logan. He hands off Sapakis. Now back to Cedar. He'll fire the corner three. That's strong. It's tipped out, and Baker comes up with it for Logan. Gets it over to Sapakis. Good fake. Here's the shot by Sapakis. That's good. And it's a little bit of a run here to start the second half for Logan. They're down 23 now.
Yeah, they need to try and get this Logan crowd back in the game because they brought a good mob with them.
If Logan can get a few more stops here, get it to within 20, that'd be a success for them to start the second half. Jeffries now one-on-one. He'll fire over Young. That's good from the captain, Ryan Jeffries. A great bucket there.
And he certainly let Mitch Young know about it.
Cedar fires for three. That's strong. It's tipped around. Thompson comes down with it.
I got 3 white jerseys sitting at halfway. No one's crashing the boards.
Anderson, great fake out
Great
to Jeffries.
pass.
It's up again. That one's strong. Reichard tips it. Looks like Cedar took a shot to the face. He's hurt. Jeffries' floater is off. It's tipped around. Young comes down with it. A kick ahead for Simon Taylor. Taylor leaves his feet. Good ball movement here. Baker now in the corner.
Another great pass.
Taylor
unfortunately missed it. Good ball movement from both teams there. Anderson on a great penetrating kick and Baker doing the same thing. Good basketball.
And you just can't finish at the moment. Anderson off a Reichard screen. His three-pointer's off. Thompson with another offensive rebound. I don't know what the stats were at halftime, but gee, Brisbane doing a great job on the glass.
Yeah, Logan at the half was up 2 on the rebound count.
Carter misses the three. Now Sapakis has it. Mitch Young looks like he's hurt his quad also, so a few of the Logan Thunder limping around here. Cedar kicks it over for Taylor. Taylor drives baseline, kicks it out to Baker. It's nearly stolen. It is. Anderson with the recovery. Now Thompson crossing over. He'll settle things down, gets it out to his point guard. Good look inside for Jeffries. Now Reichard, baseline jump shot. That's a layup for Dusty Reichard. And just as good as it looked for Logan to start, things are starting to fall back apart now for Logan.
And Young absolutely wants out now as he's laboring to just walk up the court. Baker for 3.
Yeah, Baker can't find his shot either. And then a transition bucket for Ryan Jeffries. That's just way too easy. Coach Rucker not happy with his troops, so he's going to take a timeout. Too little, too late as far as I'm concerned. This is a game. It's a 30-point game with 5:20 to go in the third. Body language, you said, was poor in the first half. It's almost worse now coming out into this timeout.
Yeah, it's there is zero belief now in the Logan boys that they can do anything. Tommy Amar's coming in, getting a bit angry in the huddle, trying to pump him up. But just simple things like that, Johnny. The D-trans, that's just, again, it's just simple stuff. You know, they can't even do that well.
It's a lot of effort things. You know, I'm not questioning the effort, but it just seems like Brisbane wants it more.
Yeah.
They came out firing on all cylinders, and you would think that eventually they'd cool off a bit, but they've seemed to find almost another level. I mean, to be able to play at this high of an intensity level across the entire game, they haven't let up once.
Yeah.
They have not let up once.
And again, the beauty is that they've got 10 guys. And again, you know, you've got Christian Lamb on there who hasn't seen any action, and Seb Windsor, who are both handy players as well at 11 and 12.
Yep, Brisbane's definitely a team. You know, they don't necessarily have that one star, but they come at you with their depth, and at the moment, the Brisbane depth is just absolutely overwhelming, Logan. 76-46, with about 5:20 to go. Coming out of the timeout, Baldwin catches it inside, going through double team.
Nice.
They're going to call him with the travel, though.
Oh. Wow. At least some decent action from Logan, finally.
Yep, but Baldwin needs to recognize the triple team and kick.
Yeah. That's 16 seconds in the backcourt.
No call there. Referee's letting it go. Phillips has it now for Logan. Now Reichardt going to pull up for a long two. That's short. Cedar with the rebound. Is it too early to start working clock, Dave?
No, wow.
Another turnover for Logan. Anderson comes up with the steal. Hands over to Kopska's three is strong. Taylor tips it back to the captain, McCedar.
See, now that's a bad shot, right? I mean, you're up 30's cute and all, but again, you need to make sure this game is over. And again, you can run some clock, play some good defense.
There's better ball movement from Logan. It leads to a Baker foul and a couple of free throws. But get back to what you're saying. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I just think that three in transition, I know that's kind of how they play, so I guess they live and die by it. But again, bit of maturity maybe there from Kopsikas is required around, yeah, it's 30. You know, Cedar and Tommy Amar and Baker get hot. Chip it away to 18 in the next 3 minutes or so. 4 minutes, which is possible. You know, then Brisbane's have to think about it again. Versus burning the clock, fatiguing the D, and just dominating them, showing we are in full control of this game, and we'll shoot when we feel like it.
Yeah, Baker misses the second one. Kopskis gets his feet in the paint.
Great block.
Great block there by Ilua Baldwin from behind. Let's see.
Get on the rim, big fella.
Cedar thought about the three, picked up his dribble. Amar in and out dribble. Good look inside for Baldwin. Finishes with the left.
Nice pass from Tommy Amar hitting Baldwin. Again, the last couple sets down better. Inside, outside. Good basketball.
Now Capitals go backdoor. Phillips has it. He's double teamed. Nearly turns it over. Thompson can't finish, but he's fouled. So Brisbane got bailed out there by the foul call.
Yeah, they're certainly competing, though. Much better from Logan. I mean, they've only allowed 7 points, Johnny, in this quarter.
They need to get some buckets too, though, Dave.
They do. Well, they've got 9 points, so they're technically winning the quarter.
Yep. So Mitch Young on the sideline here. He's getting a bit of treatment. Looks like he might be okay. Hopefully we'll see Mitch Young back on the court for Logan. Thompson hits them both. And then Thompson gets a breather. Jake Davis checks in. (78-49) the lead here. It's a 29-point lead for Brisbane over Logan.
Well, on a negative, maybe Carter and Anderson are done for the night.
Well, you know, if Caps win, they're going to host the Cairns Marlins next week. There's a bit of energy. Nice hustle there by Baldwin. Carroll, great look inside for Baldwin. He finishes strong. Good
vision from Carroll.
Pass over the top of the Logan pressure. Phillips leaves his feet, flips one up and in. Just too easy.
Yeah, good take from Phillips.
I mean, Baker fires for three. That's off. Capitals, whoever matches up with the Cairns Marlins is going to have their hands full next weekend. But if you can get guys like Anderson and Carter, you're starting just really managing minutes well tonight, you'll set yourself up for that tough 3-game set next weekend.
Yeah, a couple subs here with Ken and Thompson checking in.
Yep, Coach Rucker going deep into the bench here, looking for someone to provide a spark with 2:48 to go in the third quarter and his team down 29. Baldwin and Baker come out.
I'm not sure why Baldwin's coming out. He's been a big part of why they've been good this quarter. You got to ride the big dog. You got 2 more minutes to give it a crack and then it's over.
Going to a small lineup, Coach Rucker.
And I'm being optimistic. You're right, 29 points down, I know. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the game's not over. The reality is that Logan is just as capable of doing to Brisbane what the Capitals did to the Thunder. Cedar misses the 3. Good hustle there by
great job
Thompson.
from Thompson.
Saves it. Now he's in the corner. He'll fire the jump shot. That's good. That's a 3. So a bit of energy off the bench for the Thunder. They can't let him split the trap at half court, and Barker goes right to the basket and lays it in.
Great seal from big Tommy Malloy.
You don't get an assist for that, but gee, that doesn't happen without Malloy.
Absolutely.
Thompson.
It's what Baines has been doing wonderfully for the Boomers over in Rio.
Carroll drains the 3. Logan fans don't like the foul call as Drew Phillips jumped over Mick Cedar. Cedar's 3rd personal foul. It's only the 2nd team foul. Both teams have 2. Good energy, though, out of this bench unit here for Coach Rucker at the moment. Phillips going at Cedar. He's going to pump fake. They work it around to Davis. He's going to fire a 3. That's short. And then Tommy Malloy is going to get called for the offensive foul.
Yeah.
Basically ran through Thompson there.
Good box out from Thompson. A lot of the big dudes, you just got to get in their legs. Push back hard. That size doesn't matter.
Ken, hands off for Carroll. Now Cedar, double team. Good pump fake, good pass, but it goes out of bounds. He was looking for Ken to cut to the basket. Ken just floated into the corner behind the arc.
Wow, I don't know why you would have thought Ken would be there. He's only going to hang around the perimeter.
Good trap, but then they're going to get Ken for the foul in the body. Good aggressive play, though, by Luke Ken.
Yeah, that's what they need. Get up and in.
Yeah, I love the energy still from the Brisbane starters on the bench, getting up the bench unit here to make sure they're running their press break correctly. Cedar's going to get a breather here, so Amar's in with Sapakis, Can, Carroll, and Thompson. So only one starter on the floor at the moment for Logan. Davis, baseline jumper is off. Carroll comes down with it. Now Sapakis has it, and he's fouled by Tommy Malloy. A lot of contact. Referees blowing their whistle. Looks like Carroll took a little shot to the head, but he'll be right.
Yeah, it's just a silly one from Tom there. I mean, he lost the rebound. Then again, slow the ball up. I see what he's trying to do.
Carroll nearly loses it. There's a scrap for it. Davis ties it up. Possession arrow, that was with Logan. Coach Rucker just trying to get his starters a bit of a breather, maybe look for somebody to come back into the game and get hot. Carroll's going to have to take a breather now, and Justin Baker is going to check back in. Spaukus. Over to Amar. Amar nearly loses it. How about the hustle there from Barker? Sapakis winds up with it. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock.
I don't know if he knows there's 5 on the clock.
He splits the D. He throws up the floater. It's short. It's tipped around. Baker nearly comes down with it, but Malloy steals it, and then he's fouled from behind by Jared Thompson. It's just out hustle here. Brisbane absolutely out hustling Logan everywhere on the court tonight.
Yeah. No comment.
1:02 to go in the third quarter. 82-57 the lead for the Capitals over Logan. Not sure if we're going to see Mitch Young again. He's sitting at the end of the bench. He came out, looked like it was like a thigh injury of some sort. Cedar also out. He took a knock earlier. Carroll took a knock, so.
Well, Anderson's going to come in. He's just going to keep his eye ready for next weekend.
Hey, got to keep him fresh. I mean, you got to let him build confidence, I think, also, and you don't want him sitting on the bench too long either.
So it's always the challenge, though, right, in these environments where you want to get the bench some action, but equally you don't want an injury.
And Davis can't finish there. A nice drive, though, by the young fella. Sapakis now. Sorry for the interference there. Now Thompson fouled on his way to the bucket. He's going to go to the line for a couple shots. Aggressive drive there by Thompson. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
He's done a good job tonight.
Yeah. He's played his role.
Yeah.
He come in off the bench. You got to defend, try and get a couple of steals, a couple of deflections, and anything else you could give us is an added bonus.
Yeah, he's given them a good energy. And unfortunately, it's just been one of those nights. Ask Andre Lamanis about it, right?
Yeah. Bullets coach, Andre Lamanis, doing a great job with the Boomers. Don't give on them yet, though, D-Love. They still got the matchup against Spain, and I think that's a pretty good matchup for Australia.
Well, I'd like to hope that we get really mad and we show an aging Spanish team that we're legit, and we collect the first medal in men's basketball. 82. That'd be great.
59 the lead here. Barker's going to fire a deep one that's off. Long rebound, nearly taken there by Davis. Thompson has it, though, for Logan. Logan can hold for the final shot. Sapakis looking for a screen from Baker. He goes away from the screen, gets to the rim, lays it in.
Yeah, nice
Good
take.
finish there.
Nice take.
Anderson flips one up. It nearly goes in. It hits the back of the rim and off. So heading into the fourth quarter, Logan has cut the lead down to 21, 82-61. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with some statistics and the final quarter of action here in men's semifinal action on Nothing But Net Media.
Hi, my name is Jade and I play basketball for Queensland.
Well, some of the great things about the Aussie Hoops program would be the younger kids, developing their skills at lower ages.
The thing I love about playing basketball would be working as a team. I also love the energy and the atmosphere basketball has.
Favourite training session of the week would be my club training. It's more involved than just individual sessions.
If a kid approached me about playing basketball for the first time, I would definitely tell them about how much fun it is. Basketball's a game for everyone, and it's also an all year round sport.
It doesn't matter what shape or size you are, give basketball a go.
Welcome back here to NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. It's an 82-61 lead for the Brisbane Capitals over the Logan Thunder. Dave, let's take a look at some stats.
Well, for the grand final entering Brisbane Capitals, because it is done, 14 points for Carter, who's kind of just chilled out since he owned the first quarter and made it the game over. Drew Phillips came in off the bench and has been good with 15. Ryan Jeffries, the captain, with 13. Aaron Anderson's got 11. Overall, 20 assists, sharing the ball, looking after the ball, 8 steals as well. Really great display. Logan's, and again, forcing Logan to have 39% field goal percentage. For Logan, it's a pretty quiet box score with Sapakis leading the way with 14, Justin Baker with 13, Mick Cedar's got 8. So, overall, not a bad closeout to the quarter for Logan.
And they're only down 21. I mean, everything needs to go right for them here if they're going to get into this game. Sapakis thinks about a three. A lot of contact. They're going to call the foul. That's a late call.
Oh.
Don't know how they didn't blow it right away, but Jeffries gets called for the personal.
I don't know how he didn't shoot the three. Has he not been watching the NBA? It's the in thing, right? Jump up, hit a guy who's left his feet, and the NBA referees love it.
Yeah, well, QBL referees nearly missed that one there.
Yeah, I thought she did miss it, and it was a real late call.
Coach Rucker sticking with the bench unit here. Sapakis and Baker, the only starters on the floor for Logan. 2 quick fouls to start the fourth quarter, and Coach Tarrant doesn't like what he sees. He's going to reinsert Kurt Thompson for Anthony Kopskas. Coach Tarrant going to have a good chat with Anthony. Coach Rucker going to reinsert McCedar. For Jared Thompson. Thompson's going to check out. Can inbounds for Sapakis. Good backdoor pass to Baker,
Nice.
who finishes strong.
Nice action again. That's the action where they normally get a pin down for Cedar. Baker opened up nicely. It's simple. We've been talking about it. It's really not hard.
Thompson has it now. Bit of a zone here from Logan. Oh, I thought it was a zone. Looked like 2-3 to me, but it's back to man. Anderson has it with 5 on the shot clock. Nearly lose it. He's down to 3.
They better get this
2.
rebound.
He's going to float up a wild one. It's an air ball, so it's a shot clock violation.
There we go.
Much better energy from Logan. They've cut it down to 19. Have they left it, though, too late, Dave?
They absolutely have. And, you know, where was this energy from the Logan bench?
Great screen there by Amar. Thompson was looking for the foul, but then they turn it over on the other end.
Yeah, he got nailed.
Yeah, that's just a good screen. Thompson looked like he might have hurt himself, but he's tough. He's going to walk it off. Tommy Amar sent the screen of the century there, I think.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I'm glad the referees didn't bail him out. It was a great screen and illegal. Cody just didn't see it.
Jeffries drives through the paint, and Luke Can steps up and takes the offensive charge. Jeffries lost his feet, or left his feet, I should say. So things kind of turning in Logan's favor here. They've cut it to 19, 8:40 to go. And Brisbane hasn't started the quarter fairly well.
Well, they get a couple stops, hit a couple threes. Could be interesting.
I mean, you've already called it over, Dave. Are you reconsidering that already?
Well, you know, I did think Logan was going to get the game, and I was proven really wrong so far.
So far. Still a lot to go. It's going to take a lot of work, though, for Logan. Lamar backdoor. It's kicked by Anderson. They let it go. I thought for sure it was a kick, but that's a steal.
For sure.
Coach Rucker going to take a timeout, I think, here. Once he can get it. Good entry pass for Reichardt. Goes out of bounds. Carter 3 is good. It looked like it went out of bounds and it was saved. Carter drains the 3. So a bit of momentum killer there for Brisbane. Lamar trying to answer with his own 3. That's too strong. It's tipped around. Baker comes down with it. His pass, though, tipped and nearly stolen by Jeffries. Cedar recovers. He's got 9 seconds to go. That pass is definitely tipped out of bounds.
Anderson's ability to read some of those passes is incredible. Incredible. Because he's little, right? And he just gets hands and he just reads the play so well.
Did you listen to the podcast that we recorded?
Yeah, I hear you.
He's on the all QBL 5 with his backcourt mate, Kurt Thompson. Sapakis going to fire a deep 3, looking to draw the foul. It's not there. And then Amar fouls Dusty Reichardt. I think some of the trouble that Logan has is they fall in love with that jump shot. When they're moving the ball and shooting the 3, it's a different story. But no ball movement, a deep 3 way beyond their 3-point arc.
Oh, it's terrible. I think you're being too kind.
It's just not the shot you need.
It's a horrible shot. It's a selfish shot.
85-63 the lead here. Brisbane in control.
And as you say, the last couple minutes, they've moved the ball, shared it, and good things happen.
Anderson working on Sapakis. Now Reichardt has it. Driving on Baker. A lot of contact. Reichardt can't finish, but he's fouled on his way to the bucket. That one's going to go on Justin Baker.
I don't know what Baker's complaining about. It's a foul all day long. Simple.
Reichardt's going to go to the line for a couple shots.
Well, I don't think we'll need much post-game analysis, Johnny, so let's have a little chinwag about Cairns next week. Size, experience, and like we talked about on the podcast, they're getting hot at the right time.
Damon Heyer had a huge game last night against Townsville. I mean,
well, really, their big three killed it.
I was talking before with Heidsey before the game. Cairns has 3 of the top 10 players in this competition. You know, sometimes that could be enough. As Reichard leaks out, goes right to the rack. I wanted him to put it down for us. Instead, he finger rolls it in. Come on, Dusty, get up.
Thompson again in the lane.
He's another all QBL defender. Cedar skip pass, and then Baker is going to get called for that foul. It's a frustration foul there by Justin Baker. But
I would have liked to see that screen, Johnny, in the first minute. Not with 33rd minute.
Bit too little, too late. Baldwin going to check in for Baker. Thompson comes back in for Tommy Amar. But that matchup, Cairns and Brisbane, it's a tough matchup for both teams, really, because Cairns is not very deep. Cairns, you know, they play the bench, and they got a decent bench, but can they withstand the constant barrage from Brisbane over the course of a 3-game series?
Yeah, that is going to be the thing that they need to overcome, because again, Brisbane's got that depth. Equally, you know, like we know, Brisbane can be hot and cold with the shot. So that length, I think, might bother. I think the length might bother Brisbane, especially with the Loughton trigger monster, 2-headed monster at the top. And I think the question is where they can position their shooters is going to be critical because of how Brisbane defends and packs the paint.
Yeah, and I think that secondary ball handler for Cairns is going to be key. Good pass inside. Baldwin finishes and is fouled. Great catch and shoot. Great catch there by Baldwin and a good finish. But I think that Brisbane is going to tailor their defense to try and get the ball out of Damon Heyer's hands. Who's going to step up and handle the rock for Cairns is going to be a huge, huge question mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, depth is going to be interesting. But also, Johnny, they've been there, done that too, right?
Definitely have been there and done that.
3 experienced cats, all NBL experience.
Turnover on the other end, so Logan still trying to get into this game.
And they won't have many friends, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's us against them.
I don't know how many Cairns people are going to come down next weekend.
Well, luckily for the Cairns fans watching this matchup, we'll be streaming every game of the grand final to the Basketball Queensland YouTube channel as we have throughout the QBL season. Cedar's going to stop and pop. That's off. Jeffries comes down with it. I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to see who gets that defensive matchup. You got to expect Anderson to go at higher. That's going to be a great, great battle.
Yeah. Thought the referees might maybe put the whistle away now and just let this one run out. I'm expecting the Logan bench.
Carter fires a 3.
Maybe be emptied soon too.
Then it's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Brisbane.
Good season from Logan overall.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do they need to do next year, Johnny, to improve?
I think they need to improve their bench a little bit. I think.
Yeah.
You know, I know Sapakis, to me, I don't know if he was the right addition for this team. I know they were looking to get that point guard going, but we've said it throughout the season a few times that it probably looked better with Carroll on the court, so probably someone more who's going to run the team and run the show. I'm not saying that Sapakis isn't that guy, but he's more of a scoring first type of guy. And I don't think as this roster as it has been built, that's not what you want out of the point guard for Logan. And I think though they do need to probably get a bit younger as well. Try and find some guys that are a bit younger that can come in and give them some quality minutes. You know, Thompson has given them good minutes, but you look at their bench, they're a veteran team. They were built to win. unfortunately for them, they're going to come up a game short of reaching the grand final.
Yeah. Yeah, I think certainly they have had a really good season, and yeah, I think Sapokis has been interesting, right? I think he's certainly a quality player. He's just struggled a little bit to find his niche, whether he's a 1 or he's a 2, and again, if he is the 1, then how well he involves the other guys. I mean, I think Baldwin's been great this year for them.
Yeah, he was a great late addition for
Yeah.
them. I would have liked to see Coach Rucker go to more of that 3-guard lineup, though, where he's got Carroll at the point, Sapokis at the 2, and Cedar at that 3-guard spot.
Yeah.
We didn't see that much tonight. Maybe they'll come out of it in the timeout. We're going to take one as well. 5:21 to go to the game. Brisbane up huge over Logan, and the men's semifinal action presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Huddle even allows athletes to create highlights to help them get noticed. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Back with you here in Auchenflower. It's an 89-68 lead for the Brisbane Capitals over the Logan Thunder.
Well, Mitchie Young he's not going to come back, Johnny, so we hopefully, for the Bullets fans out there, hopefully he's okay. Looked like a quad injury maybe, or groin.
Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, the women's action, Rockhampton all over the Brisbane Capitals, 88-60. Simon Taylor, that's a bank shot. Going to give him that 3-pointer.
Yeah, good extra pass from Cedar.
So it looks like Rockhampton's going to be hosting the women's final next weekend, and it looks like they're going to be taking on Mackay, as Mackay all over the Gold Coast Rollers, 78-47. So it looks like we've got our grand final matchup set. It's going to be Rockhampton and Mackay in the women's, and Brisbane Capitals going to be hosting the Cairns Marlins in the men's QBL Grand Final next weekend here in Auchenflower. It's a 2-pointer there from Jeffries.
Yeah, again, decent ball movement from Logan the last few minutes. I don't know where it was earlier.
Drew Phillips going to get called for the reach-in foul. Phillips has been very good tonight for Brisbane.
Yeah. He's been good, actually, the last 6 weeks. He's been real good.
Yeah. Thompson.
The last game we called, he came in thinking he's KD.
Oh, yeah.
He was shooting everything, and he hit it, and he looked a bit like him.
Yeah, I think Drew Phillips is a really key cog, as are all the bench members for the Capitals. You look at Brisbane, though. Look at the score sheet. They've got 5 players in double figures. That's just amazing.
Yeah. And they've done it with, good defense throughout the game, built pressure. Yeah, they got hot, but then they were smart.
What does Cairns do, though? We know their strength is in their big guys. How do they take advantage of their big guys against this packed defense of Brisbane? Because to me, Brisbane's been fantastic on defense. It's going to be a great matchup next weekend.
Well, if I'm Coach Perlman, I'm watching the fourth quarter, right? Because the fourth quarter, Logan has picked them apart, in my opinion, offensively, right? Baldwin has been great. Now, instead of Baldwin, you got Trigger on the other end of that, and then you got Loughton popping up for the 3 ball at the top of the key. That's the correction that Brisbane has to make, and that's where I believe Cairns can hurt Brisbane as they race around the perimeter with their on-ball defense pressure.
So, and what about the Capitals, though? The Capitals, like we said, everyone, and I'm going to call myself guilty of this, everyone's been sleeping on the Capitals all season long, and yet here they are again, 3rd season in a row in the grand final. What's going to be, what are the keys for the Capitals against the Cairns
Well,
team next weekend.
you know, I think more of the same. They've played well the last few weeks, other than dropping that road game. You know, they're sharing the ball well. Again, obviously they feel good about it if their first couple shots go down. So that's what you need to do. Cairns is play good D and try and limit that sort of action. But equally, you know, the whole bench is feeling good too. So they got guys that can come in and get hot because they've got a nice system where there's a lot of freedom offensively, right? You can make mistakes, but you also have the ability to shoot the ball, drive it, kick it.
And they spread you out.
Yeah, their spacing's really good.
Good ball movement, good off the ball movement. They go backdoor on you a lot. I think it's going to be an amazing series. I'm a little disappointed tonight. I thought this game was going to be really cutthroat. I probably shouldn't have, considering both games prior to this one were blowouts. But nonetheless, I just think you have a matchup of two of the more well-coached teams in that grand final series in Brisbane and Cairns. I'm very interested to see what Coach Perlman comes up with to try and get the Cairns team over the hump and win their first title in a few years.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's going to be a really good game next week too.
Yeah, and how much do you think the experience that the Capitals have had in the last few grand finals will play into the matchup next weekend?
Well, I think we talked about it earlier in the call. They look hungry, right? They look hungry, and they wanted to kick their ass, and they did. And you know, we talked about how good the Boomers are going. It's the same sort of stuff. Once you have that belief and you feel confident, that's the key to sports mentally, right? So Brisbane are going to feel fantastic about themselves, as are Cairns. Obviously, they had a good win last night too.
Yeah, good win. Yep.
But Brisbane's going to be comfortable here at Auckland Flower. You know, Cairns won't have too many fans because they're travelling.
Quick timeout here from Coach Derek Rucker with about 2:20 to go in the game. We'll keep it here, Dave. 99-80 is the score. So Brisbane going to certainly crack the triple-digit mark. You got to feel comfortable for the Capitals if you're going into the game off of this huge win. You know, that last round loss in Toowoomba is always a tough place to go and play. They've certainly turned the ship around fairly quickly here.
Yeah.
If you're a Capitals fan, you got to be pretty excited.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, we're talking about a little bit early for our pre-game, but you know, equally, you don't want to have Brisbane have a 100-point game, or they're going to get 112 tonight, maybe, right? So Cairns, which I think they do generally do a good job using the clock, shooting the ball in that bottom third, as in first 8 seconds, middle 8 seconds, third 8 seconds of the shot clock, shooting the ball in that third 8-second period. Again, using that experience, because they know they can go to throw the ball in a trigger, he do his thing, and equally they can pass out of it and so forth. So I think they want to have an 82-point game is what Cairns wants to, how they'd like to roll. So I think if they can control the tempo, that's going to be big for them.
Phillips going to fire the three. That's off. Offensive rebound, though, by Jeffries. It's Brisbane, they're not going to slow down. They're not the type of team that's just going to cruise here. Great job there by Anderson, putting them into triple digits. How's that matchup, though, Anderson and Hire? That's going to be cracking also.
Yeah, it really is. And again, I think
here comes Dusty. Let's see if he can put it down for us. Steady lays it up. What do you think the keys are when you're Aaron Anderson against Damon Hire and vice versa?
Yeah, I think obviously they're both great guards, and I think, you know, Damo's obviously a terrific athlete as well, so he's got the size advantage and athleticism on Anderson, and it'll be interesting to see how he goes. And equally, you know, you've got guys like Mitchell, who Mitchell's going to have to guard either a Kurt Thompson or someone like that. So that's going to be a bit of a tougher matchup for him too. He likes playing that three, and he's been really good for them this year.
Yeah, there's going to be some phenomenal matchups on the court. It's going to be very interesting to see how Brisbane approaches guarding that twin towers of the Cairns team. You certainly know Reichardt will get one of them, and you got to assume Zach Carter's going to match up.
Well, again, we talked about it. Message to Mr. Perlman. Check out the fourth quarter, because Brisbane haven't looked great, and Baldwin has been terrific.
But they've had They've been in control since about halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, they're certainly they're not bringing the intensity levels down, but they're having fun and enjoying every minute of this game, as deservedly so.
Well, Baldwin's now got 13 and 5 in 15 minutes, and most of that damage has happened in the fourth. Always going to struggle to win games, shooting 39%, Johnny, versus Caps. You know, they cooled off a little bit, shooting the ball 50%, still shot it well from downtown at 42.
Not sure what happened to Anderson, though, and that's not good if he's hurt. Looks like he might have just knocked knees or a thigh or something. Hopefully, Coach Tarrant's going to get him out with under a minute to go now in the game. You don't want to risk it. You're up 24.
Well, we said this 5 minutes ago. I mean, I don't know why 4 of the starting 5 are in.
Anderson looks like he's okay as he no-look past the Kopskas, who flips it up and in. Quick recovery there by Anderson. Baldwin going to the rack. He's fouled, and he finishes. But it's too little too late. The Capitals going to win this one. It's a great, great win for the Capitals. Cairns, pack your bags. You're coming to Auchenflower next weekend.
Baldwin having a great fourth quarter, finishing with 15 points now.
107-83. Brisbane Capitals going to pull out the win. Let's take a quick look at some final stats here, Dave, because we'll wrap it up fairly quickly.
So Sepokis has led Logan with 17. Baker and Baldwin with 15. Mick Cedar with 11 assists also, 9 rebounds. So Cedar, a rebound away from a triple-double. He's certainly given it his all.
Dusty Rykar with a huge block. Things are getting a little chippy at the end here now. They want him off. Logan not happy with it. Everyone keeping cool. There's no need for things to get out of hand. The game was over a long time ago.
Probably about 4 minutes into the game, possibly.
Pretty much. So Sepokis going to take a few free throws. Take a look at the
Just
Brisbane
go back to the
stats,
Brisbane
yeah.
boys too, Johnny, sorry. So Anderson with 19, Carter 17, Jeffries and Reichardt 15. Drew Phillips again off the bench with 18. Great impact player. And just a really good win for Brisbane.
It's a great win for Brisbane. They came out on absolute fire, and they're going to host the grand final next weekend against Cairns here at NAB Stadium in Auchenflower. The Capitals have sent the message, we're back, and we're coming for that championship that we won 10 years ago. We want to bring the title back to Southeast Queensland. They made a statement tonight, Dave. Fantastic game, right from the opening tip from the Capitals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, really, really good win. We gave them a 9.5 a few weeks ago. Well, they get a 10 out of 10 tonight with an asterisk. Bit shaky in the fourth quarter, and they need to clean that up for next week.
Yeah, they deservedly took their foot off the gas pedal in that fourth quarter. They weathered whatever storm that Logan tried to muster, and they pull out the 107-84 victory. Great job by the Brisbane Capitals, guys. So we'll have the matchup, the full matchup, whether it's 2 or 3 games next weekend, as Cairns takes on the Brisbane Capitals in the men's QBL Grand Final Series. And we'll also present to you the women's Grand Final Series from Rockhampton as the Mackay Meteorettes take on the Rockhampton team. It's another rivalry matchup. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. I got to thank you, Dave Derwin, for calling the game with me. Got to thank our halftime guest, Dan George. I got to give a shout out to Chris Eber on the camera, and thanks everyone for tuning in Don't forget to visit our website, nothingbutnetmedia.com, and check out our end-of-season awards as voted on by the players and coaches in the QBL competition. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in to another presentation of QBL basketball by Nothing But Net Media.